Hi, this is part 2 of my epiphany. Since we last spoke, I've been downstairs, had some lunch, then I had a little rest after that, and I listened to my favourite guy on TikTok, which is Daniel Evans Sings. He did a lunchtime love songs, which he does on a Friday, and so that was just a lovely hour. Sorry, I just had some crisps and I think a bit stuck in my teeth. And the hair's gone up because obviously I don't have my hair down very often anyway, so it is what it is. It's just a bloody mess, to be honest. And I've ticked some things off my list. So I've had a little wipe down in the bathroom and I've had a little hoover around upstairs. So yeah, my list is going well. That's the whole point of it. Still haven't been outside for any fresh air, but I'm hoping that I'll get to do that. I am very tired now, and I'm going to do this and then perhaps have a little lie down and have a little nap. But I wanted to tell you about what else came about with this epiphany of mine yesterday. So I was on the phone to my daughter and we were chatting, and because I'd got my tickets for Bon Jovi for Wembley a couple of weeks back, I'd registered with Wembley as a disabled person. I do hold a blue badge, which is a disabled badge. So I'd registered with Wembley, but they did mention a Nimbus card. So we looked into that, and a Nimbus card is also called an access card, and it's for lots and lots and lots of leisure things. So theatres, outdoor shows, concerts, lots of theme parks and things, restaurants, attractions in London. There's just so many things that you can do with your access card. And your access card, so you pay £15 for 3 years, but it comes and it's got pictures of your needs that are quick and easy for event spaces to realise your disabilities and your needs, so they can look after you properly. So I've got various ones, but I think one of mine was I can't stand or queue for a long period of time. I need access to a toilet, and yeah, I can't remember what other things there were. But they do these like little pictures. I'll show you when mine comes, and you'll be able to see what it is. But yeah, so and if you've got an access card, when you're booking tickets for these events, that's what my other one was. I always have to have a companion. So with mine, I will, if I go to book a ticket, I will get discounted tickets for myself, and I'll always have a free ticket for my carer to come with me. So it saves you a lot of money in the long run when you're doing things like that. So yeah, I thought it was a really good thing to do. I also registered for West Midlands scheme. I can't remember the name of it, but it gives me free travel on any buses or rail within the West Midlands. So Monday to Friday it's after 9:30, but Saturday, Sunday and any bank holidays I can use it at any point, and that gives me free bus travel and free rail travel within the West Midlands. So I've applied for that, and I'm waiting for my card for that. And I also applied for a cinema card. I think I paid £6.50 for the year, and it's for loads and loads of cinemas, and they'll take notice of my access badge, but I'll also always get a companion ticket for free. So if I wanted to go to the cinema, I only have to pay for one ticket, and then whoever's coming with me comes for free to look after me. So yeah, so it's ways to get me out and about and doing things that, you know, I do need to be doing things. I can't just be sat here looking at the same four walls all the time. So it will make it easier for me to get out and do things. I'm not driving at the moment. The doctors have said, like, to refrain at the moment from driving because of my dizzy spells that I get. They haven't said I can't ever drive because we don't know what this treatment's going to do. So I've still got my car, even though I don't use it. But I've also found out that I can get 50% off my tax, because I get a benefit called PIP, and it's for disabled people, and because I only get a low rate, so I'm entitled to 50% off my car tax. If I have applied, because I had to tell them a change of circumstances because obviously my cancer diagnosis, so I'm waiting to hear for an assessment for that. But if I achieved the right amount of points to get full disability, then I get free car tax. So that's another thing I need to look, go into. That's just helpful for me. So because I'm not driving at the moment, I haven't been on a bus for years, and I don't know if I'll like them. But if I did need to go to the shops or anything, at least I've got a way of doing that without relying on somebody taking me all the time, driving me. Obviously I'd always probably have a companion with me because I don't feel that safe on my own, to be honest, with feeling how I feel, but at least they can come with me. And you know, it's cheaper because obviously I'm not working, so I'm not getting full my normal financial funds have depleted quite drastically while I'm not working. So yeah, all these little things are going to help me. And I've looked, and I'm going to also get the National Rail card, which is £20 a year for disabled people, and that gives you money off tickets, like nationally. So who knows, I might be travelling. I mean, obviously not yet, I'm not going out much, but in the future, when everything settles and hopefully I feel that I can go and do things, then this will give me the ability to do them. And I just didn't know if everybody knew about this, because it's not something I've really known about, and it's also, you know, it's always worth trying to find out if there are any benefits that would help you live a you know, a pretty normal life, as normal as you can get it. So yeah, I think there's other things that are out there for me, and I just need to look into it. But I did want to just say about you know, the access card, I think that's a brilliant idea. So wherever I go, I'll have this. I don't know whether I'll wear it on a lanyard. I do have a sunflower lanyard that says I've got a hidden disability. But I don't know whether I'd hook it onto that, or I don't really know. I'm sure I'll find out when it gets here. But if I go into a venue, they can easily look and understand the needs that I may have during the time I'm spending at their place. So I just think that's great. And obviously it's a bonus if you get money off tickets and things that you're going to. So I will look into the access card and see what other things I can do, because I know there's lots and lots of things on there. So restaurants, and you know that there's just, I think it says there's something like 3,000 places that work with the access card. So I just need to look and find out what they are, and then you know, might be hopping on the bus and going to some things, and obviously getting cheaper tickets and a free ticket for whoever's coming with me is going to help me, because like I said, financially I'm not where I used to be with pennies. So yeah, I just thought that might be interesting. And it's with the epiphany thing, it's made me realize that you know, this is my new lifestyle, and at the moment I'm not going to work, and to be honest, I don't know if I ever will go back to work, because at the moment there's just no way I would be able to do my job, and I don't know if, you know, I will be going back. I mean, you know, who knows? And like, I'm early on in my treatment progress, so you know, it's not been, so June, July, August, September, October, November. It's only been 5 months, so I don't know if it takes 6 to 12 months to start feeling the effects of the treatment, and if it gets any better than what I've got at the minute, I don't know. So yeah, that's just where I'm at the minute. Just gonna start this new way of trying to work out what my life is going to be. It's all very scary. It's all up in the air at the moment, but yeah, I just thought these things might help me, and they might help somebody else out there that, you know, that doesn't know about it. So if you need any more information, just write me a comment, and I'll ask my daughter, because she's the marvel at this. It's not me. I to be honest, I haven't got the concentration levels to even bloody fill in the forms, because yeah, you have to get this and get that, and so she's done that all for me, which, you know, I really thank her for. She helps me so much with things like that. Yeah, so I've got a cup of tea now. I'm gonna have my cup of tea. I've also got a cheeky packet of crisps, Marmite. I love Marmite crisps. I don't like Marmite though, but I love Marmite crisps. So I'm gonna have my cup of tea. It's Friday, so my husband finishes work on a Friday, takes the dog out for a walk, and then he nips to the local pub and has a couple of pints. Yeah, I don't mind him going, to be honest. His life's turned around completely since all this has happened to me, and you know, if that's his way of having a little bit of release, then that's fine. It's just unusual for us because he's never been the type of bloke that nips out to the pub, to be honest. But he seems to really enjoy it, and you know, he's not there long. He's back home for dinner. And my son Sam does the dinner on a Friday. We have Korean chips, which is great, because I know that I don't have to cook on a Friday. I mean, I don't have to cook any day. If I tell them I'm not feeling it, then they'll do the dinner. But it's nice knowing that you know what you're having on a Friday. You're going to have your Korean chips, a little bit of rice. So yeah, it's a nice treat. I haven't got anything planned for this weekend, other than keep up with this tick list as much as I can. Yeah, don't really know. I want to talk to you a little bit about reading. So I read a lot, and I've just pulled this book from my bookshelf, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, about 25. Oh, there's more there. I've got about 40 books to be read, and I think there's another 2 in my bedside cabinet. And I used to be a massive avid reader. Loved reading. So from being a little girl, always had my head in a book. I've always loved reading, and I'll read pretty much anything. I don't like the life stories, so you know, those heartbreaking ones that are about children that have been abused and come from dysfunctional families, and they're just very sad. I have read quite a lot of them, and I read them probably in my late teens, but I find they're far too emotional for me now. So I do like a good thriller, but I also love feel-good books like, I don't know, The Christmas Tree Farm and Cinnamon Bookstore, and them sort of like cozy comfort reads. And I also actually love watching those cheesy Christmas movies that come on. They're probably on already, where, you know, the woman in London with a high-powered job has to go and look after a dead auntie's house and sort it out and sell it, and she gets there and she meets the local cowboy that's, you know, a bit of a dreamboat, and she's not interested because she's got this high-flying life, but then they fall in love, and they live this wonderful life in this little Christmas village. I actually love those films. I just think, again, they're feel-good movies, and you know, who wouldn't want to live that sort of lovely little dream? So yeah, so I do need to try and get into reading my books, and as these tick lists progress, the reading books will go back onto it, because I do need to concentrate a little bit more and do that. But at the moment, I'm just enjoying making little bits of jewellery. So I made a nice big chunky necklace yesterday, quite a long one. So yeah, so I'm enjoying just pottering about and doing what I can when I can. But now's the time to start pushing that little bit more, and trying to find this new life. And another thing that I said to my husband, I think I'm going to start baking again. So I used to be a really good baker. When the children were little, I used to make lots and lots of, you know, cakes and treats and things. And I think I might try and start that again. I'm definitely going to be making some soups because I do love soup, and you know, I can cheat because I've got a soup maker, and you just throw your vegetables in, bit of stock, whiz it up, and in 20 minutes you've got a really tasty soup. So we'll start doing things like that for lunches and things. But yeah, I think I might start to try baking a little bit more and do some, you know, I don't know, even if I'd done a batch of biscuits and we'd got a biscuit to have with a cup of tea every now and then, and see if I can get that sorted. So I'm gonna close off for now because I'm really tired, and I don't know if anybody's noticed, but this eye goes really droopy when I'm tired, and you can see it's gone a little bit droopy now. Not too shabby, this skin, is it? My makeup's quite glowy today. Hey, little things please me. But yeah, have a great weekend, everybody. Hoping to come back on for Sloppy Sunday. I know I did say I'd be here in the week, and I haven't been. But yeah, sometimes it'll be like that, and you just get me when you get me. Hope you're enjoying it. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like and subscribe, and comment if you want to. If you're watching it on TikTok, if you could press the heart, just so that I can see who's watching, who's interested. And if I can get this on Insta, I will, but it's played me up today, so it might not go on today. But yeah, I will try and get that on. But if not, yeah, watch me where you can, if you want to. Anyhow, I'm going to drink this tea, eat these crisps, and have a little lay down before hubby comes back from the pub and we have our curry. Take care of you, and I hope to see you Sunday. Bye bye.